Fun. Welcome everybody to the Manz's YouTube channel. I will admit it's been a little while since we've checked in. I've been over in the crypto worlds launching my own coin, Manz coin. But today we are switching gears. No more crypto for today. We are talking about the NFL draft. And boy, have I hooked a prestigious guest to join me. You know this man as the Fantasy Mansion. You know him as the Podfather. He is the Lord of the Roto Underworld. He is the purveyor, a player profiler. Matty Kelley's, welcome to the pod, my dude.
Oh, Mr. Manz, what's up? What's up?
Look at you, dude. I mean, you are looking gorgeous. Did you just come from a Pilates class this morning? What is going on over there?
Oh, yeah. Pilates, yogas, everything.
I will say, dude,
I do it every morning. I do everything. I swim, triathlon. You a triathlete?
Oh, yeah, dude. A decade athlete, actually. I perform in biathlons, triathlons, decathlons. Anything with a bunch of events is for me.
Yeah, my pole vaulting skills, they need to get a little bit better with the pole vaulting, but I'm getting better with the pole.
Dude, I was going to say, I listened to your podcast, this one you do, Sonic Truce, and you're like kind of, dude, you don't talk about just football, dude. You're talking about how to cook things, how to be healthy. You're kind of like the Tim Ferriss of fantasy football. What happened, bro?
Mansion lifestyle, bro. Mansion lifestyle, bro. I mean, we need to go outside of football, outside of sports sometimes, and take care of our bodies. And look at this body. Look at this gorgeous body, man. How do you think I get this gorgeous body? You think I get this body by eating granular sugar? No.
Nope.
The peoples need to know how to get a body like this.
I like it, dude. You've taught me a lot about cheeses this off season, how to have 2 vegetables with my dinner. It's been incredible. That's so
right. No, vitamins, minerals, they matter, man. They matter. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You think, you need to get this big protein shake. No, that's not right. You know what I drink? Children's yogurt drinks. Lots of protein, but not all the calories. Think about it.
That's the life hack, dude, is taking the children's dairy, proteins, probiotics. That's what you do. That's how I got to looking like this, dude. No fake supplements, only the good
breast milk. I still drink breast milk.
You know, they say it does have some very special nutrients that you can't get in any of
the breastises.
That's right. That's right. Well, Matty, people are tuning in because draft fever is reaching a fever pitch.
Oh, yes, dog. Yes.
Dude, what do you got going on this week at Player Profilers, Roto Underworlds? What is on tap for the Fantasy Mansion? You have to have a big week of draft programming, I imagine.
We have a big podcast coming up with one Rich Rebar, Lord Reeves, coming on the program, and I'll be highly available on this platform called Periscope. We periscoping, buddy.
I like that, dude. So we're going to be getting your live reactions to all these things as they've unfolded. You've done this a few times in the offseason. Janice signs with the Browns. That Matt Kelley gets the bat signal, has to hop on Periscope, share his thoughts.
Oh, well, just look in the sky. You see a bat sign. Actually, it's a werewolf sign because a werewolf drinking the martini. That's the mansion, right? So you look up, see in the sky, you see some kind of werewolf-looking light. You know to go to Periscope or catch me on YouTube Live, catch me on Facebook Live, anything live on social media, you'll find me.
Jeez, dude, have you ever thought about calling yourself like a content creator? Because it sounds like you create like a lot of content, bro.
Dude, I invented content, man.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So everybody in that plays fantasy football, dynasty football, they have these backfields. They have these little running backs on their team and they hoard them and they say, I want to protect my precious little running backs, my Kenyan running backs.
Yes.
But I see a very ominous cloud on the horizon. The NFL draft, I see these running back prospects wanting to drop bombs on these incumbent backfields. Who are the teams?
Over backfields!
Bombs over backfield. Exactly. Who are the teams and running backs that need to be most worried about a bomb going off in their backfield?
I can give you one.
I'll take
Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake. This is a fraud running back. This is what we call a fraud running back. Was he ever the leading rusher for his team at the college level? No. When he went to Miami, did they immediately elevate him to the starting running back? No, even though they drafted him in the second round. It took him years to become a starter after every other running back on the depth chart was either injured or traded. And now they're interested again. You see them linked to running backs, and they bring in Frank Gore. It's just they're doing everything they can to tell you. Talk about bat signals in the air. Miami's telling you Kenyon Drake is not a bell cow. Now, I understand that he was very elusive. Right? Very yards after contact. Oh, yards after contact, right? He broke some runs, a couple runs, but it's a small sample size trap. We need to zoom out. You look at the full body of work for Kenyon Drake, and it's not impressive. He's very small. He needs to bulk up, bro. If he could bulk up, if he could get to 220 pounds, that's one thing. But his BMI he's at the lowest BMI of any starting running back in the NFL. If he's not ineffective, he'll probably get injured. So for that reason, I think Miami knows this. They're going to draft a running back. You see a Rashad Penny. You see a Nick Chubb land in Miami. Don't be surprised. Kenyon Drake, dynasty value, vaporized.
So what I'm hearing is Kenyon Drake needs to be checking underneath his bed for the monster. There might be a little Rashard Penny hiding under there. Might be a little Sony Michel, but some monster is going to jump out from under that bed.
Sony Michel. We got the monster of the monsters, Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman, bro. He's 230 pounds. Of all the rushers, who has the most rushing yards of the running back prospects in this class? Is it Rashad Penny? No. Is it Nick Chubb? No. Is it Darius Geis? No. Is it, Saquon Barkley? It must be Saquon. No. It's Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman, a stud. Royce Freeman is going to vaporize somebody. Could be Kenyon Drake. Could be Lamar Miller. Could be Carlos Hyde. We don't know. But some running back is going to get vaporized when Royce Freeman lands in that backfield.
Now, speaking of running backs, there's a situation that I'm very concerned about. There is a Nick Chubb and there is a Bradley Chubb. Are we at all worried at all about like a Freaky Friday situation where a team thinks they're getting one Chubb and ends up with another, and then they have this shocking revelation at training camp?
Double Chubb! Double Chubb!
You can't go wrong with a Chubb, bro. You can't go wrong. You know what's great about these Chubbs? Strong in the lower body, right? Explosiveness. You want explosiveness off the edge? Yeah, you want Bradley Chubb. Oh, you want explosiveness in your backfield? Nick Chubb. Remember, Nick Chubb was Saquon Barkley before Saquon Barkley, right? He was the number one running back prospect. Would have come out last year had he not been injured. Would have been drafted ahead of Leonard Fournette had he not been injured. But he was injured. And what happens when guys are injured? If your name's not Todd Gurley, you slip into the second round. So you could get essentially a discount version of Saquon Barkley in Nick Chubb a round later. This means that the opportunity cost of drafting a Saquon Barkley is just too high because you can get someone also excellent in the second and third rounds. Really a disincentive to drafting a Saquon Barkley. So if the Giants or the Broncos need a quarterback, draft a quarterback. Don't mess around with Saquon Barkley, though he is a stud. I mean, Saquon Barkley. I mean, this is potentially the best running back prospect of all time. Certainly, I think is the best running back prospect of all time. The question is, will he become the best running back of all time? He has the skill set. He has the strength between the tackles. I know that, arm tacklers take down Saquon Barkley. What? Yeah, you try to take down Saquon Barkley with an arm. Now, this arm, potentially, I could see this arm taking, one arm, but that's, this is me, bro. But most, come on, arm tackle. Get out of here.
Now, this is interesting, talking about this Saquon Barkley character, because a few years ago, Ezekiel Elliott was the best running back prospect ever. He went fourth. Then Leonard Fournette went fourth. Saquon Barkley, people are saying he might go second to the Giants. Is evolution progressing to next year? A running back is going to go first overall? It seems like these teams are just racing to see who can take a running back earlier. Is that what we are destined for?
No, Saquon Barkley is the peak of the evolutionary pyramid. That's what we're seeing. What we're seeing is the culmination of improvements in the physiological capabilities of the human being playing the running back position. Because Saquon Barkley, go to this website called playerprofiler.com, right? Look at the speed score, 124.3. That's 99th percentile. The burst score. So boom, can I burst into you? Pow, burst into you. Vertical jump, broad jump, mixed together, one metric, 134.7, 97th percentile. And he's also very strong. So yeah, you can get, we can. Saquon Barkley, arm tackle, right? Except when he stiff arms you, because he can bench 225. You know how many times he can bench 225? 29 times. I can only bench it 9 times. So you multiply 9 times 20, 29. Saquon Barkley, amazing.
Now, I agree with you. This dude, he's a freak. He's going to dominate. But as far as dynasty fantasy football goes, is he ruining the draft? Because it's either you have the first pick and you get Saquon Barkley and you got a stud, or what else? Has his bright shining star rendered everyone else in the first round of your draft as a consolation prize?
Darius Geis is not a consolation prize, bro. What are you talking about, man? You're talking about Darius Geis. Darius Geis is Ezekiel Elliott with better receiving skills. When he was in high school, they would line Darius Geis up in the slot, and he would score 70-yard receiving touchdowns. That's what Darius Geis can do. He's already an equal to Ezekiel Elliott between the tackles, but he's better than Ezekiel Elliott in the passing game because we know the most overrated receiver at the running back position is absolutely Ezekiel Elliott. You can get a better, younger Ezekiel Elliott. Darius Geis is only 20.8 years old. Darius Geis can't drink beer, bro. Of all these running backs, right? Rashad Penny, Royce Freeman, Sony Michel, Saquon Barkley, they can all drink. They can go down to the liquor store and then get liquored up, right? Darius Geis is like, no, can't. Here's my ID. No, you're not young. You're so young, you can't even drink alcohol. So he's so good, right? LSU, bad offense, anemic offense, bad offensive line. Dude was doing it by himself. And when those two running backs were on the field together, Darius Geis, Leonard Fournette, ask anyone, bro. Darius Geis better.
Okay. All right. So now
another generational player in Saquon Barkley and Darius Geis and Nick Chubb. We may have the 3 best running backs to come out of college in the last 5 years.
Holy cow. Now these takes are getting hot, dude. I can feel the heat emanating from here. So where obviously you want to be at the top of your drafts to get those guys. Are there any other pockets that you're envisioning? Or should we be accumulating second round picks, a bunch of lottery tickets in the 4th round? Where are you seeing the pockets of value unfolding in dynasty rookie drafts?
Late first round. Love those late first round picks because someone has to follow you, right? It could be Cortland Sutton, right? It could be DJ Moore. It could be Royce Freeman, who we talked about earlier. You're going to get a Freeman. You're going to get a Moore. You're going to get a Sutton at the end of the first round. You'll get one of those guys. That's an amazing consolation prize. Talk about athleticism. Look at Cortland Sutton, the size-adjusted athleticism. We love that with Barkley. We love that with Geis. We love that with Chubb. Well, at the wide receiver position, that's Cortland Sutton. His agility score on playerprofiler.com is the best size-adjusted agility score of all time. He is going to end up looking like Alshon Jeffrey with draft capital at the NFL level. Look for the Dallas Cowboys to draft him. They don't have anybody that fits that profile in their wide receiver core. He plays right down the street at SMU. Book it.
All right.
I like it. To the Cowboys.
Okay. He's writing it down in ink. I want to give a quick shout out
later in the draft.
Later in the draft.
You want wide receivers, you can't get Cortland Sutton. You can't get DJ Moore. Let's say you loaded up on running back.
Okay.
Make sure you're drafting slot receivers. Just draft slot receivers late. Don't take chances on some guy with upside like DJ Chark, right? You don't want that guy, right? He could be the next Brashad Perriman. Focus on the slot receivers. That's Anthony Miller. That's Trey Quinn. Those are the values later in rookie drafts.
You got to find that next Cooper Kupp, right? That's what
right.
You're saying.
Who is the next Cooper Kupp? Well, Anthony Miller is explosive Cooper Kupp, and Trey Quinn is a younger Cooper Kupp. Either way, there's wide receivers better than Cooper Kupp in this draft.
All right. Quick shout out to some people hanging with us in the chat. We got Johnny Ringos. We got Jay Hardens. We got Jason 497s. Thank you guys. If you have any questions for the Fantasy Mansion, toss them in there and I will try to relay them. Mansion. So we got some people. They want to bet on the first round of the NFL draft. The Vegas line right now for quarterbacks is 5 going in the first round. Do you like that over or do you like that under?
Well, considering I think there will be 5 quarterbacks taken in the first 5 picks, I like the over. Okay. Because you also got to put Mason Rudolph in there. Once Mason Rudolph goes in there, that's 6. Wait, let's make sure. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6. That's right. That's more than 5.
Right. So we got Darnold, we got Josh Allen, we got Rosen, we got Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and then you're saying Rudolph's the one that pushes us over the top.
There's going to be trades to get quarterbacks, and I think that a lot of teams. Remember Corey Davis last year? No one's talking about Corey Davis. No one wanted to talk about Corey Davis, bro. Like, anyone have any idea where Corey Davis is going? No one knew. Right? We just knew he's an athletic guy, most athletic wide receiver prospect. Kind of like with Lamar Jackson. No one's talking about him. Lamar Jackson, wide receiver, maybe. I don't know. Project. We'll see. Nah, man. Heisman Trophy Award winner. One of the best college QBRs in this class. This guy is a true playmaker. Will be the best fantasy producer in this class. No matter where he goes, he will be the best fantasy producer from a fantasy football standpoint. And I think there are some teams that love him, and they will trade up to get him. And so with this rush, this land rush to get traded up, I think teams are going to end up drafting quarterbacks early. I think Giants end up cooler heads prevail. They go quarterback because we know the ownership wants Saquon Barkley. We know that the football guys want a quarterback. I think they will win. I think the quarterback will be picked by the Giants. And then I think that the first non-quarterback is selected by the Colts. So the Colts would draft at 6 Saquon Barkley in that scenario, or Bradley Chubb. I'm thinking probably Saquon Barkley in that pick. That means that the Browns will trade out of 4 and that the Broncos will take a quarterback.
Okay. All right. So
I think it's very possible that the Bills trade up with the Browns to get either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. The quarterbacks are going to get drafted, and they're going to get drafted early. This is an epic quarterback class. It's like having 5 Andrew Lucks.
That might be going too far, Matt. I think you might have just stepped off your rocker. You're saying there's 5 Andrew Lucks in this draft class.
There's 5 incredible. Josh Rosen, a little too smart, right, for his own good. If you're a football player, need to be a little bit, just be more instinctual, Josh. Don't overthink it so much. He's trying to be a Renaissance man. Easy. There's a lot of negatives from the Renaissance, man. We'd like to go back with, guys not lifting as many weights after the Renaissance. Okay. Guys are forgetting how to go out and, kill their own food. Right. So we got to take a step back. Josh Rosen. Yeah, I'm not so sure, but the other guys, they're the truth.
So the reason I like Josh Rosen, do you remember back in college, he got in trouble at UCLA for putting a hot tub in his dorm room? The second he did that, I was like, this guy is my favorite prospect.
What?
Yeah, dude.
What? I take it back, bro. I take it all back.
The dude
Rosen, he has a hot tub in his dorm room?
Yeah, dude. What kind of level of DGAF is that?
Okay. All right. Josh Rosen, 101. He's going first overall.
There we go. Josh Rosen, Hot Tub Time Machine. There's a title for a Roto Underworld podcast app if you've ever heard one.
You know how to do titles of podcasts.
That's right. Okay, here we go, though. Running backs drafted in the first round. This one's pretty simple because it's over under 1.5. We all know Barkley's going. So is this basically the Gucci?
Going over Darius Guys will not get past the Philadelphia Eagles at pick 32. And 32, I believe, is still in the first round. Is it not? Let's check. Yes. 32 is still in the first round. So that means 2 running backs are going in the first round. That means over.
Okay, that's they don't have
Darius Guys to the Eagles, by the way, would be such a dream scenario to have a running back of Darius Guice's capabilities in that offense with that offensive line. That's the way that a non-Saquon Barkley is the leading fantasy point scorer this year. It's Saquon. It could be Darius Guice. Sorry, not sorry.
That's right. We call that in the biz, Matt, a luxury pick for those teams. Have you ever heard that? It's like a luxury pick because they have a lot of good things going. So it's kind of like gilding the
position
lily.
They need, bro. Think about it. Think about that roster. Think about the Philadelphia Eagles roster. They need offensive line? No. They need defense? No. They need secondary? No. They need quarterback? No. Need tight end? No. Need wide receiver? No. What do they need? Running back.
There you go. Matt's connecting the dots over here. Couple people in the chat. Sports Betting Man says the Oregon Ducks equal Bust-O-Matic RB vending machine. Wow. Jason497 says Jags got to get Mason Rudolph's rookie contract so they can move on when it's time to pay the Jalen Ramseys and such. It's the only thing that makes going back to Bortles with stopgap money make sense. Wow, dude, I thought we were just having a chill conversation. This dude's going into the minutia of the Jags cap situation, my bro.
Dude, these guys putting a lot of thought into who the Jacksonville Jaguars, when they don't draft Mason Rudolph, what are you going to do with all that research, bruh?
That's right.
Burn it. Throw it up in the air.
So we have a generational QB class. We have a generational running back prospect, but now we're talking about wide receivers in the first round. And I'm seeing some tumbleweeds blowing. The over-under is 2.5 wide receivers in the first round. You got the over or the under?
Under.
And you like Sutton?
Calvin Ridley is a fraud wide receiver. The late breakout age, the underwhelming college dominator. Dude's not an athlete. Why the hell are we thinking about drafting Calvin Ridley? There's no reason to draft Calvin Ridley. You can get a much more inexpensive version of Calvin Ridley much later in a Deshaun Hamilton, for example. I think that NFL teams are coming to their senses with Calvin Ridley. I know it was a spectacular touchdown and a national championship game, but they will come to their senses. They'll realize, okay, this is not an actual first-round talent, and then only 2 wide receivers will get drafted in the first round. DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, that's it. Those are the only 2 receivers in this class that should be drafted in the first round.
All right, there you have it. I have a question about, are you familiar with defensive players? Because I've been reading these mock drafts, and I've been seeing these names like Raquan Smith and Minka Fitzpatrick, and I've never even heard of these dudes. What's the deal with defensive players getting drafted too? Are we supposed to care?
Yeah, we're supposed to care, man. If you don't need a quarterback, right? If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what are you going to do? You got to go after a Bradley Chubb. Can't get a Bradley Chubb. You go after a Roquan Smith. You go after bro. Harold Landry. Harold Landry, over 20 tackles for loss in his junior season. Should have came out, man. Should have got those bucks. Decided to go back for his senior year. Got hurt. Big mistake, Landry Jones. You want to go chase that dollar sign, bruh. You don't want to go back to school and hope you get hurt. Oh, now he's hurt. Now he's going to fall in the draft. You could get a Bradley Chubb level talent later in the draft in a Harold Landry.
Okay. I kind of refuse to acknowledge that defensive players exist except for Bradley Chubb. I kind of wish there was a red zone channel for the NFL draft where they just splashed the offensive players when they were drafted. Do you think that I could get that idea greenlit?
Bro, have you ever heard of an IDP league, man? IDP would blow your mind, man. Dude. IDP will blow your mind. You need to get enlightened, man. You need to become a Renaissance football guy because you're not appreciating what these defensive players can do. Roquan Smith is sideline to sideline human heat-seeking missile, brah. He could be the difference for any team that drafts him.
Okay. I'm sorry. I gave these defensive players an unfair shake. I have too much going on in my life to add defensive players to my fantasy.
What's going on with you?
Okay.
You all right?
Dude, these defensive players, I see the names, they don't give me fantasy
points. Crypto is melting
points.
Your brain, bro.
Everyone, check out my coin, Manz coin. Okay. I have a question for you. There's this wide receiver that I'm very intrigued by, and I have a question about him for you. Dante Pettis. Do you see more Odell in his game or more Jerry Rice?
Dante Pettis.
Yeah, he's
Dante Pettis. The wide receiver that a lot of the film grinders have ranked #1 overall.
Dude, he's the second coming. What do you
He's
disagree?
not the second coming. What are we talking about? Dante Pettis?
He's got Randy Moss's height, he's got Jerry Rice's route running, he's got Dez's box out ability. He's the perfect wide receiver.
Bro, he's 6'1", 186. Where is he gonna play?
Dude,
remember Tajay Sharp? Remember that guy? If you like that body type, right? We talked about it earlier. You can draft a Deshaun Hamilton a round later. You don't need Dante Pettis. It could be that Dante Pettis is a special teamer 2 years from now. I think he gets on the field because he plays special teams. But this idea that Dante Pettis is some exceptional wide receiver talent at the NFL level just because he can run clean routes, right? This is the tyranny, bro, of the route running precision. These guys just want to talk about, route running. They gets them off, bro. Like, look how precise that route was. Of course it was precise. These guys are going to be 23 years old when the season starts. The Deshaun Hamiltons, the Calvin Ridleys, the Dante Pettises. Give me the younger, bigger, more explosive players. Those players have more upside. Dante Pettis don't have upside, bro.
Okay, I get it. You want the children's dairy product of the NFL. You don't want some old Greek yogurt. You want a young, nice bottle of children's milk.
His name is DJ Moore, the youngest wide receiver in this class, the most athletic wide receiver in this class, the most productive wide receiver in this class. I think that he will go in the top 10. Nobody knows about it. No one's projecting any wide receivers to go in the top 10. But there is this one. He keeps rising and rising and rising and rising. Mike Mayock now has him number 1. Mike Mayock's the OG of draft picks, bro. If he likes DJ Moore, I like DJ Moore. NFL teams like DJ Moore. DJ Moore, top 10.
There you heard it. Matt Kelley used to march by the beat of his own drum, and now all he does is ape Mike Mayock's picks. Very sad day for you, Matt.
Bro, I was the original DJ Moore truther. What are you talking about?
Then you need to say Mike Mayock is copying your analysis, dude.
It's a great point.
Come on.
He is. We know he is, though.
One other question.
He follows me on Twitter. I don't follow him.
Dude, that's a power move. What about this dude, Josh Allen? It seems like nobody wants to like him, but I want to propose the thought. What if he is good? This could be Deshaun Watson 2.0 for you, bro.
Was Dan Marino efficient in college? No, he wasn't. So Josh Allen could be Dan Marino. Duh. I mean, it's totally possible, man. It could happen. It would be the most epic flameout in the history of NFL draft analysis. Me and a lot of other analytics guys going down in flames as Josh Allen rises, ascends like a phoenix from the ashes. It doesn't matter if I wasn't good at any level of football going back to high school. I'm going to be good in the NFL. And we'd just be broken. We'd just be writhing on the ground, just drooling. And we'd be miserable for about a second. Then we'd realize this is just sports. And we go back to lifting weights and crafting our bodies because that's what really matters. That's what the chicks like.
Well, that's what I'm envisioning a scenario where the Browns draft Josh Allen. He leads them to a Super Bowl in his rookie year and they win. And all of you draft cognoscenti have to delete your accounts.
That's right.
And you and Sashi, you guys get on a pyre of wood and we send you out a Viking funeral for your awful Josh Allen takes.
I'm in the future right now hitting the delete button, bro. It's happening already.
All right. We are going to wrap up with a segment I like to call the Fluid Hips in Tight Skin Challenge. Are you familiar with this world famous game, Matt Kelley?
I got a lot of fluidity in these hips, bro.
That's right. So for the listeners at home who aren't familiar, I am going to read a short phrase of tape grinder, film grinder analysis on some of these offensive skill position players going near the top of the draft. And with just a few words of description from a scout, Matt Kelley, the Fantasy Mansion, is going to try to guess which player I am describing. Are you ready for this challenge?
Never been more prepared.
Okay. Let's start. We'll start with a few softballs or what I think would be easier, and then we'll get harder. Okay. This player can pump and recalibrate. Who am I talking about? Pump or pump and recalibrate?
Sam Darnold.
Whoa, dude, you're good. He's 1 for 1, dude. You're like a scout, dude. Okay. Number 2. This man has elite wiggle triggered by fluid hips.
Sony Michel.
No. Elite wiggle triggered by fluid hips.
Saquon Barkley.
Yes. Okay.
Woo!
Here we go. Can uncork suddenly when it breaks open.
Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, no. Close.
Josh Rosen.
Keep saying white quarterbacks.
Josh Allen.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh. Okay. Let's do. All right. This one's going to be tough. Deep balls hang on him.
That's got to be Baker Mayfield.
Dude, there we go. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, back. We're back.
He's back. Okay. This is another, actually, no clues. I will just tell you the words. Muscular, well-proportioned frame.
DJ Moore.
No.
Cortland Sutton.
No. Think running back.
Oh, Nick Chubb.
No. You've already guessed him once.
Nick
Wrong.
Chubb is the ultimate muscular running back, but if it's not Nick Chubb, it's his teammate, Sony Michel.
Ding, 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 ding. Hey, there we go. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Okay, I will give you a clue that these are deep cut wide receivers just to get you on the right track.
Thank you for some guidance.
Here we go. Movement is fluid and feel for the position comes naturally.
Anthony Miller.
No.
Is it Trey Quinn?
No. I'll give you one more guess.
It's Michael Gallup.
It is Deion Kane from Clemson.
Oh, that's wrong.
Okay. I will say
He's not natural to the position.
All right. Take it up with Lance Zerline.
What are you talking about? Who said that?
Lance Zerline. These are all.
Deion Kane is not a natural at the wide receiver position. Lance.
There you go. I don't know.
It's going to be very difficult if the analysis is polar opposite to what is actual reality.
Hey, this is why you're guessing. Okay, here's another one. If you can get this, dude, I will be very impressed.
Go deep.
Body control for late adjustments is adequate.
DJ Chark.
Oh my God! What a pull, dude! Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner. Congratulations, Fantasy Mansion. The Fluid Hips and Tight Skin Challenge. As winner, we will be sending you a pair of $500 binoculars for all of your scouting needs. Congratulations, sir. Maddie,
binoculars!
That's right, dude. Remember, it's been a year since we last hopped on this program. We busted out the binoculars and, broke down the combine. And now we have you back here talking about the draft, dude. It's always great to have you on the show.
Oh, love it, man. Like, getting buffer and buffer with every year that goes by.
That's right, dude. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. You said people can be following you on Periscope this week for all the breaking trades and draft pick news.
Yes. Follow me on Periscope. That's where you can find me. Twitter at @fantasy_mansion.
That's right, dude.
That's the spot.
Excellent. You guys be sure to check out his podcast, Roto Underworld, on iTunes. He's got multiple shows a week, including the Sonic Truth Health/Fitness podcast. You got lots of stuff going on. You got the YouTube channel, dude. You're like a content creator, bro.
I am, man. Oh, what time is it? Oh, time for another show.
All right, we need to let Fantasy Mansion get on with the content creating. Thank you guys, everybody in the chat, Sports Betting Man, Jason Antill, Jason497, all you guys for coming, hanging out. Make sure to get those bets in on the NFL draft, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace out.